Yeah.
I mean, we got a little bit of everything locked up in this spring front. From snow in the Rockies, yes, to severe storms across the south. And then we got a lot of rain for folks that live to the east, even throwing in maybe a potential for severe weather. So here's a quick overview of our wide-stretching weather system. Again, this does encompass the snow that will be unfolding across Colorado later today. But that stretch of severe weather, very important to note, because today is really the first day that we up our urgency, but that's going to continue to grow as we work our way through Wednesday. That's really going to be the big day tomorrow for severe weather.
Yeah, no kidding. Priming the atmosphere, a lot of heat and humidity in place. And when you look at tomorrow, look how wide this expands all the way from portions of New England, clear back to the south and southeast. Cold air on the backside of that having a huge impact not only on temperatures, but some of the snow that will break down in just a moment. Come Thursday, as we kind of round the corner, if you will, we still have this front to contend with. Scattered showers and storms. We'll see what happens across the southeast, but also dealing with more in the way of a wet end to the week across portions of the northeast.
Yeah, talk about rain.
Yeah.
2 to 3 inches of rain will be very common for folks that live across the south. Now, that can promote a flood threat, but also when you're looking at the footprint of our rain potential, we could have a drought buster, and maybe not just in the form of rain, but possibly snow. Actually, guarantee of snow.
We need it.
Let's dive into the details, shall we?
Yeah, let's get into the meat of today's forecast, which is actually bringing us a level 2 severe storm threat for portions of the south. We've got all modes of severe weather possible. Includes hail, damaging winds, even the tornado potential. One area that we watch here closely now, the rain that we're getting this morning, Britta, is before we get into the thick of it later this afternoon and evening. So we talked about this yesterday. If you were with us, this conversation we had with you is going to be a wet commute from St. Louis all the way to Cincinnati. Certainly the case at this hour. All of these storms have been subsevere. Earlier this morning, we had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. But look at Indy. Moving into Cincy, you've got some heavy rainfall getting ready to head your direction and into Columbus. Evansville stand by as well. A bit of a wake-up call for you this morning. Then you watch another wave of energy coming right through portions of, say, Arkansas into southern Missouri, as well as northern Missouri, a couple of areas here. And both of these also producing some heavy rainfall with some gusty winds and also quite a bit of lightning on the radar. Just this image alone, you see close to 100 lightning strikes here. Now, the big picture, you'll see what's going on with the front sliding down to the south. Plenty of heat and humidity coming through. A lot of cloud cover this morning as well, but we'll get just enough breaks. We'll have plenty of dynamics, especially in the mid and upper levels, to help support some of these storms. And the tornado threat is there, especially this afternoon and evening from West Tennessee, most of the state of Arkansas, and into northwestern Texas.
Please keep in mind, we have a lot of beautiful trees in Arkansas. So the visual here for trying to visually see what's coming your way is not on your side. You're going to be very dependent on tornado warnings, on severe thunderstorm warnings to get yourself into a safe position.
And Interstate 40.
Yep, right along it. So, I mean, today's going to be a tricky day, again, with the afternoon and evening time frame being the biggest impact. But even this morning, we have our first batch of showers moving into the zone.
Yeah, no kidding. Right there over portions of northern Arkansas. To your point, a lot of hills in northern Arkansas stretching all the way back with the level 1 threat to central Texas. Never let your guard down, as you know, for that level 1 threat. Look at the low-level winds. Man, it is howling right ahead of what's moving those storms we talked about here from Dallas all the way through eastern portions of Oklahoma. So lots to support some of this energy. There's not a lot of energy early this morning. We'll see some of that ramp up throughout the afternoon, and the hail potential is certainly there as well. For some large hailstones, we'll talk about the winds as well, but let's focus in on the hail because, Britta, here, as we know, Texas is known for large hailstones. Dew points are up. Remember yesterday we were talking about the lack of moisture over the Ohio River Valley.
What a difference between yesterday and today.
Huge. You're up about 10 from what we saw yesterday, up to 65, the dew point for Waco at this hour.
And that's going to be a trend that continues through tomorrow. It also is a good explainer of why today is going to be a bigger deal with severe weather. We have the tornado risk, but also the large hail risk is certainly there. Similar areas to yesterday, except we're including Arkansas. So sort of seeing a little more more of a wiggle to the east. But 2-inch hailstones are nothing to bat an eye at. We're talking about the potential here for damage to your property. We also have a level 2 for straight line winds. So every mode of severe weather is possible today. It does mean that when we get a severe thunderstorm warning, I wouldn't push it off. I would definitely get inside and protect yourself, because these severe storms will have a little extra punch to them. But look at 6 p.m. We're just getting into it. I mean, a lot of these will be lasting after sunset, especially for Northeast Texas and Arkansas.
Yeah, quite a bit there.